putting things in order for me, and he's always taking care of me. You don't want to get on that throne. I mean, it's easy to get back up on it to make those decisions, but that's the reason why I always have 10 mentors, Christian men, that I can call when I'm upset about something, or if I have a thought or whatever. And so I have pastors and very close, strong friends that are very strong in their faith that I always go to counsel with to make decisions, and they've all guided me. And through that, I should say, I can make a decision, and God always kind of puts the right thing in my path, the right person, or the right scripture even. Or I might be reading something in the Bible that'll show me, okay, this is how I have to handle that. And so that's really important with your faith. You really got to surrender it all. And that's the key word, in my opinion. Also, looking at other people with the eyes of God, God loves everybody so much that he looks over their mistakes. And you have to look at people with the eyes of God, because nobody's perfect. I certainly am not. But I hope other people look at me with the eyes of God, so that they could have compassion and give me grace when I make mistakes or I'm not the best person in the world. And so you have to look at other people that way. So those are big pluses for me. So, I want to encourage everybody to kind of follow that. And I listen to a lot of Bible studies that are like from different pastors, because I get different perspectives. K-Wave, K-W-V-E, or sometimes they call it K-W-A-V-E. It's a radio station in California, and they have one here in Vegas where I live that does constant Bible teaching all day. I usually listen online because I never know where I'm at, and I like to have it available to wherever I go. And I can listen to a great teaching from different pastors, so I can be getting fed throughout the day if I want, Usually I do it in the mornings, but I mean, if I want to get my mind on things, on good spiritual, godly things, I can turn that on, and they'll be playing either a Bible study or some kind of worship music, and it kind of calms me and gives me some hope whenever I'm going through stuff. And then, as far as Annie is concerned, my gosh, Annie was a miracle in my life. I mean, at the time, this is probably around 2007. I went through my divorce went through in 2006, in January 2006, and I was single. Found myself single and living renting a room from somebody, and thankfully I was close enough to my kids where I could see them quite often. And I was spending a lot of time thinking, Lord, and praying, Lord, I'm not going to get married again until you show me the right person, and you really got to hit me over the head with somebody. And I even made a list of, what I'd like to see, the character-wise, in a person before I married them. But I was ready to be single. I was ready to be single the rest of my life. If there wasn't going to be somebody out there for me, then I wasn't going to even pursue being married again. And then I ended up becoming friends with Annie Lobert on MySpace. If you guys all remember MySpace.
Oh yeah.
I think it's still around. I even keep an account with MySpace just for sentimental reasons, but I mean, I had gone out to eat dinner. I was driving out to Vegas to rehearse, because I was living in California. Robert Sweet lived in Vegas, and I would come out here to rehearse with him. And one time I went out to dinner with my friend Kevin Max from DC Talk. And he lived out here at the time. He doesn't live here anymore, but at that time he did. And we went out to dinner, and he invited a friend, gal named Heather Beach, and now she's named Heather Dweck. Since then, she's been married. And Heather was a former stripper, and she had this ministry that went out to strip clubs and helped women she'd bring them gift bags and ask them to come to church, and she'd just love on them, and do that kind of thing. That was her ministry. And so I became MySpace friends with Heather, and then when I found her page and looked at it, I saw ex-hooker Annie Lobert on her page, on her top friends, and I'm like, what is this? And I click on it, and I start reading Annie's story. It went on and on and on and on. I just was blown away by this girl. And so I friend requested her. And I sent a little message in the friend request saying, hey, Annie, my name's Oz, and I play in Stryper, and, I met your friend Heather, and we hung out for a little bit, and, I think what you guys are doing, because she talked about how she's helping women get out of prostitution and stuff. I said, I think what you guys are doing is amazing. And if you ever want to talk, I said, I'm not trying to do anything more than just be your friend here. I know what it's like when the church comes against you. Because what I've been through with Stryper and whatever. I said, so if you ever want to talk, by all means, I'd love to talk to you. And I sent the message off, So Annie gets the message, and this is what she tells me later, obviously. She tells me she gets the message, and she calls Heather right away, and she's all, who is this guy? And funny thing, in the amount of couple hours that I spent with Heather, and we got to know each other, Heather, I guess, sized me up pretty much, and she tells Annie, this guy's your husband.
Wow.
And Annie's such a skeptic, she's like, oh, yeah, right, whatever, yeah. And so we kept in touch through MySpace. This all happened probably about June or July of 2007. And then we ended up actually meeting in person in February of 2008, February 2nd, as a matter of fact, when I got a chance to jam with some guys in Boulder City. They asked me to come out and jam with them, and so I went there and I invited Annie and Heather, and Annie was the only one who came, and that's when we met for the first time, and and after that we just kind of kept in touch, and next thing you know, in October of 2008, I did another show out here, jamming with some guys, and she came, and we hooked up, and that was it. We started dating, and it was pretty amazing. If that list I had that I made up, that I told God I'm not going to ever marry anyone unless all of these are checked off, of character of the person. That she went above and beyond that list. I mean, just blew my mind. Wow. And it was amazing how it just turned into this connection between us. It was so strong in the very beginning, and to this day, there's still that strong bond between us. Ended up marrying her in June of 2009. That's how quick it went. And ever since, things have been miraculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I mean, we can hardly see a picture these days of if you're in it, so is she, or if it's her picture, you're in it. I mean, you guys are just inseparable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, we have a great time. We have a great time. I mean, we were just out to sushi last night and just hanging out and laughing and, doing our thing. And, I tell you guys, I mean, when God selects the right person for you and you wait for that person, you never go wrong. You never go wrong. That's why surrender is so important.
Yeah.
You know?
Amen.
It is.
Her ministry's grown. I mean, now she has a really nice home. It's like a resort on a 2.5-acre property for these girls to come and recover and recover from that lifestyle of sex trafficking and prostitution and whatever. It's just really sad to see what those women go through. And you know, a lot of them start at the age of like 12.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, a lot of those women, they started young, and their mom and dad, and their mom was a prostitute and their dad was a pimp. You know, that's the only life they know. And they don't know what it's like to be in a Christian marriage where a man will love her so much that he would die for her. You know, it's the other way around in prostitution. They got to die for the pimp, and he basically uses them for the trafficker, I should say, because that's what they are. They're traffickers.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It's been an honor and a blessing to be a part of Annie's ministry. And you know, I don't make any of the decisions. I mean, she's in full charge of the whole thing, and I just support her. Yeah. You know, and that's my role. You know.
That's incredible. And ladies and gentlemen, Annie's website is hookersforjesus.net. You can go there and find out about this incredible ministry of combating the demonic forces that are involved in the sex trafficking that's going on, that's eye-opening to many people. And so, you know, we're definitely praying for her and her ministry, and look for ways you can support that. Now, Oz, we know there's a new Stryper album coming out, which we're all excited about. The single's coming out soon. Anything else that you have going on in the works project-wise that we should be looking forward to concerning you at this point?
Yeah, well, gosh, the latest, of course, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I have a guitar lesson video library online. It's called Sir Oz Academy. You can find it at sirozzacademy.com.
Okay.
And you know, when you subscribe, it's not really that much. You know, it's like, you know, you can do a yearly or a monthly. The monthly is $10.99 a month, and the yearly is $99 for the year, 99 and some change. But you get to go in and see, kind of find videos, video lessons in there of how I play, why I play, and maybe even give lessons on how, you know, some of the Stryper songs out there and how to play them if you're interested in that. But there's a lot of theory in there and some other things, other subjects that I've built my playing on over the years, and I'll also talk about gear and, you know, stuff like that. I'm adding to it when I have time. I add to it, so you know, you can constantly get, you know, updates on that kind of thing. But the other thing that I started just started this year because of the shutdown, or the lockdown, I should say. I started a live stream page called the Live Lounge, and that you don't have to subscribe to. It's free. So if you go to the main page at sirozzacademy.com, there's a button at the top that says Live Lounge. Click on that, and it'll take you to a page where you have a streaming player. It also has a little chat room so you can interact. And you can, whenever I stream, because it's not on 24/7, it's only on when I turn it on. So I would make an announcement, say, on my social media pages, and let people know I'm going to be doing a live stream thing on there, and people could go in and check it out. And we just did an actual full performance on June 14th. I got a bunch of guys, my friends here in Vegas, together, and we did a little performance of 10 classic rock songs, and we streamed it live there.
Wow.
And we had a whole bunch of reactions from it. It was really, I mean, at this point, we did it for tips, because everybody's kind of doing that